With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. We've got the Cavaliers facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Tristan Thompson is one of the elite offensive rebounders in the league. He said, for me, it's always see ball, get ball, and just bring the energy. And be that guy that when I check in, guys on the other team are like, oh, no, he's here tonight? That's my mentality. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And clearly Thompson knows his role on this team. Got to admire how hard he goes on the glass. Doris, should be quite a battle tonight. Two terrific front courts. What do you expect to see?
Well, I'm really curious to see the level of physicality on the interior in the painted area, each side trying to impose its will upon the other. Who does the better job invading the space and contesting shots? Just don't invade my space over here, Mr. Harlan. Keep to your side of the table, will you?
I wouldn't think of it. I would not think of it. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. Now Smith, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. They set the pick. James against Durant. Shot clock at 6. Over Durant. James, no good.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
1:12 left to play here in the first. Hard to believe that for a long time the Warriors were one of the bottom-dwelling teams in the NBA. When this ownership group took over, it completely changed the franchise.
Right. There were some highs for Warrior fans if you think about the Rick Barry era, the Run TMC years, and, of course, We Believe. But this team clearly has been the high point of this franchise. I admire Warriors fans because even through the losing, they stuck with their team.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Curry. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Well, you love the creativity that Steph Curry uses to get into the lane. Sometimes it's speed, sometimes it's change of direction. Either way, it's effective.
Thompson, a screen on Durant. The screen from Thompson. Shot off the pick. The shot, no good. It's a tie game here in Oakland. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded five-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
Iguodala is at the 3 with Green playing the 4. Livingston is out there with McCaw. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors' 5. Now here's Rose. James with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. LeBron kicks to Crowder. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Livingston. The Warriors leading on the sideline. Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Durant's checked in for West. Thompson comes in for Patrick McCaw. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston.
You just admire Draymond Green for so many things. This guy is a talkative, passionate guy who certainly fires up the group around him.
Now, here is Smith. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
Here's Curry in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Now here's Shumpert. Thompson, a screen on Thompson. And Shumpert kicks to Thomas. Back to Shumpert. Fires the three. That shot misses. It's a tie game here in Oakland. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
And welcome
Show.
to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited.
Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking and out-hustling.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And here's Cleveland.
And this is a rematch from the NBA Finals a season ago. They came up a little short, looking for some redemption tonight.
On the court for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Pachulia with the steal. Outside Durant. Down low. Here's Green. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Green's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Warriors. Cavaliers trailing. Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
LeBron dishes to Smith. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got 5 points so far.
Oh, JR has no problem drilling a shot from that kind of range.
Durant for 3. Here's Pachulia. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And you know what? Just a tone setter there to start the second half. Just powering up for that rebound and getting it to fall.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
The Cavaliers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Nick Young's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. That free throw good from Thompson. Here's Curry. He has 6. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And the officials call a traveling violation. Cleveland leading by 4. LeBron outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
You know, LeBron James has been fouled so many times in his career, it doesn't even faze him anymore. There is no stopping this guy.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
One shot.
Free throw good, James.
LeBron James is consistent enough at the line where he'll make you pay most times if you're going to send him there.
And so it's Cleveland, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Eventually, we're going to have some fun tonight. It should be fun. It should always be fun, all right? But we're just kind of fighting ourselves still. Just continue to look to move the ball, get some kind of flow offensively, and D up down here, we'll start enjoying ourselves.
Great way to look at it. Steve Kerr asking his guys to go out there and have some fun. Not every coach is going to say that. He emphasizes that.
Yeah, and that's his style. I mean, he's an encouraging coach who really demands greatness. I mean, he's certainly been around enough greatness in his career to know what to look for.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. They've got Livingston. Young is up there with Iguodala. Then there's West, and it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Rose with the ball. Passes it to Crowder. Over Young. Here's Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Livingston kicks to Curry. It's good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 7. 1:10 left in the fourth. Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Kevin Durant's checked in for Nick Young. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for Crowder. Smith comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Derrick Rose. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thank you, David.
Well, that's just strength by Kevin Love to take the contact, not be bothered enough to lose concentration.
They set the screen. It's Curry outside. That shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And an intentional foul right there. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, Kevin, I know this. The energy with which IT plays with is infectious, and I love how hard he goes every night.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 8. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Tristan Thompson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Durant against James. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Kevin, what was working so well for you tonight?
I think we had a conservative effort on both ends. I thought tonight on the defensive end we really did a good job of stepping up and taking away their very good options that they have there. So they're a really well-coached team, but we had a great game plan tonight going against them on our home floor.
You really did get it done, Kevin. Thank you for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.